This spring break, my dad and I hiked the Cactus to Clouds route, starting in Palm Springs and ending up at the top of Mount San Jacinto. This is widely regarded as one of the hardest, if not the hardest day hike in North America. We came prepared with 6 liters of water each, 5 goos, and 2 actual food sandwiches. Having gotten minimal sleep the previous night, we started in the dark at the Art Museum in Palm Springs and picked up the trail right behind it. There were already a fair number of hikers that we could see with headlamps that were on the trail at 2:30 when we started. The trail was oftentimes very hard to follow, and we scrambled over some obstacles, temporarily losing the trail. We hit a beautiful sunrise around 6 a.m. and already we had hiked more elevation than what was my previous maximum elevation, which was probably Rose Peak from Del Valle.
Hello.
What's up, dudes?
Hey.
I'm making it.
The foliage around us changed as we got higher up in elevation. Cactus gave way to manzanitas and other denser plants. After having followed a ridgeline all the way for the last couple thousand feet, we hit the traverse around 7,500 feet, where we rapidly gained elevation on a very narrow trail up the long valley.
You guys are making good time too.
Maybe.
This section of the trail was probably the most difficult that we saw, but we quickly made it over and up to the ranger station where we got our permits and continued on.
My hand's ready.
From Long Valley, the trail is a lot less steep and generally mellows out, although we had to put on our microspikes at this point as the trail was almost entirely covered in snow. Throughout the entire hike, we navigated by downloading a KML track by a previous hiker onto a USGS topo map and displaying that on an Avenza phone app. We saw a fair number of day hikers at Wellman's Divide who had climbed up from the tram station. After having climbed for about 8 hours, we were feeling a bit less spry.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Is this San Jacinto or is that side?
San Jacinto Peak is that way.
That way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We continued on, having to remove and put on our microspikes many times as we passed through areas both completely devoid of snow and with 4 feet deep of snow. Near the summit, the trail completely disappeared in the snow, but hopped up on adrenaline and caffeinated goose, it was just full gas to the summit.
I think we only have 80 feet of elevation gain left. So I'm just gonna go.
The views at the summit were absolutely gorgeous, and also having talked to many of the people who were on the summit, it seemed that we were the first people that day who had come up from Palm Springs.
Nope. I got it.
We reached the ranger station back at around 2:45 and took a one-way tram ticket down.
Yes. Yeah, it's open. Like, this is the gate. The gate closes at sundown. Okay. And so you can just drive.
The fact that such a height exists with such insane elevation gain is a marvel given how difficult it is to organize different landowners to get together and organize something which anybody can do without any particular sign-ups or costs necessary. I strongly encourage anyone with an interest in hiking to try out this hike at least once. As for me, well, I have my eyes on another hike, one that will make this look like a walk in the park in comparison.